Versace. Juntas por la noche, puesta para el derroche. Tu pela salvaje, la combi Versace. Como que ve, Rusi si son coming. Uzi Aviloni, FaceTime con Milano. Juntas por la noche, puesta para el derroche. Tu pelo salvaje, la combi Versace.
Este lazo, Versace saliendo del callejón.
Desfilamos Dior Custom en el colmadón.
Con la tanga Gucci en una cola de motor.
Me llevo todo el mall, montada en un camión. El rojo con el rosa,
Vestida de blanco, me he visto de novia, pero no soy tu esposa.
los tenis Valentino,
Bizcocho de mochino, gargantilla de zafiro.
con diamantes juntas por la noche. Puesta para el derroche, tu pelo salvaje, la combi Versace.
Por Roman, con la ley, por Roman. Se me ve el culo en Versace, fuera, del bajo mundo, fuera. Con la leche, fuera, se me ve el culo en Versace.
Mario Testino was born in Lima, Peru in 1954 to a traditional Catholic family. As a young boy, he initially wanted to become a priest, influenced by his religious upbringing. However, as he grew older, he decided to pursue a different path, studying economics and law before moving to London in the mid-1970s to pursue photography. Despite initial struggles, including working as a waiter to afford rent, Testino's ambition and distinctive vision slowly garnered attention in the fashion world. His Peruvian identity set him apart, and he often spoke about feeling like an outsider, a perspective that shaped his sensitivity to the individuality of his subjects. His first significant breakthrough came through his editorial work with British Vogue in the early 1990s, which opened up doors to international opportunities. In these early works, Testino cultivated a clean yet intimate style that emphasized natural lighting and emotional connection. He moved away from stiff poses and theatrical, instead opting for a more relaxed, luxurious aesthetic that felt personal yet aspirational. This was especially impactful in an era dominated by formal, highly composed studio photography. His editorial shoots began to gain recognition for their warmth and elegance, setting a new tone for fashion photography. These formative years not only established his visual signature, but also introduced a more humanized portrayal of models and fashion subjects. One of Testino's most iconic moments came in 1997 when he photographed Princess Diana for Vanity Fair. The portraits were intimate, tender, and imbued with an emotional vulnerability rarely seen in royal imagery. Testino managed to portray Diana not just as a public figure, but as a woman with depth and personality. This shoot profoundly influenced how fashion photographers approach celebrity portraiture, blurring the lines between fashion, fame, and emotional storytelling. It redefined the public's expectations of fashion photography, proving that it could serve both aesthetic and narrative purposes. The success of Princess Diana's shoot propelled Testino into a superstardom. Suddenly, the photographer was just talked about as a subject. He began working with luxury fashion houses like Gucci, Versace, Chanel, and Burberry, creating bold campaigns that fused high fashion with storytelling. Testino's ability to evoke intimacy made him a favorite among celebrities and royalty alike. His photographs became synonymous with glamour, but also with emotional resonance, helping elevate fashion photography to respect a cultural art form. His career marked a shift in the role of the fashion photographer, from behind-the-scenes technician to celebrity auteur. Mario Testino's work for brands like Gucci, Burberry, and Versace was transformative, not just visually, but in how fashion brands build identity. With Tom Ford at Gucci at the time, Testino helped usher in a provocative, sensual aesthetic that redefined the brand's image in the late 1990s. These images were daring, polished, and deeply seductive. His campaigns were not just advertisements. They were high-concept editorials that established long-lasting visual identities. His ability to make luxury feel accessible and aspirational was revolutionary and influenced how brands approach storytelling and consumer connection. Testino was instrumental in merging the fashion and celebrity industries. He frequently shot icons like Gisele Bündchen, Kate Moss, and later, pop culture figures like Madonna and Beyoncé. By consistently casting celebrities in his campaigns, Testino contributed to the rise of his celebrity brand, where a model or pop star wasn't essential to the brand as the clothing itself. His collaborations blurred the line between editorial and commercial, between art and advertisement. This shift helped reshape not only how fashion was marketed, but how celebrity and style merged into one powerful cultural force. It also reflected the broader movement of globalization. Brands weren't just selling clothes, they were selling identities.
Nueva York.
Si te quieres divertir con encanto y con primor, solo tienes que vivir un verano en Nueva York.
Nueva York.
Si te quieres divertir con encanto y con primor,
¿Pero qué es?
solo tienes que vivir
Y este frío.
un verano en Nueva York.
Un ratito nada más. Ey, ey, ey. 4 de julio, Farley y Ulay. Ando con mi prima borracha Rulay. Los míos en el Bronx, saben la que hay. Con la nota en hoy, por Washington hoy. Willy Colón me dicen el malo. Ey, porque pasan los años y sigo dando palos. Prendiendo discos como cuadro Frida Kahlo. El perico es blanco, sí, sí, el tusi racista. No te confundas, no, no, mejor evita. Ey, un chat de cañita en casa de Toñita. Ey, PRC.
In 2013, Testino returned to Peru to create the Alta Moda series, a body of work that celebrates traditional Peruvian attire and indigenous identities. Collaborating with the Museo Mario Testino in Lima, he photographed local people in traditional dress against backdrops inspired by 18th century Cusco portraiture. This project marked a significant departure from his luxury campaigns. Alta Moda blended ethnographic documentation with high fashion aesthetics, shedding light on Peruvian culture in a way that was both reverent and visually stunning. The project was a love letter to his roots, but also a statement on the importance of cultural preservation and representation in global media. The Alta Moda series was not only artistically significant, but economically impactful. The works toured globally, exhibiting in cities such as New York, London, and Berlin, bringing visibility and commercial attention to Peruvian culture. The collaboration with local artisans and traditional garment makers demonstrated Testino's ability to use his fame and resources to elevate unprecedented voices in the fashion world. However, it also sparked conversations about the commodifications of culture, how indigenous identity is presented and consumed in global art markets. Testino's name ensured the project's success, raising questions about who profits from cultural imagery. Nonetheless, Alta Moda remains a powerful example of how fashion photography can be both culturally conscious and commercially successful. Building on the vision of Alta Moda, Testino launched an ongoing global project titled A Beautiful World, which he shares through his official website. This series documents people from all around the world, including Bhutan, Romania, Ethiopia, and his native Peru, dressed in traditional clothing and styled in ways that honor their heritage. These portraits are not just aesthetically rich, they serve as a visual archive of cultures often overlooked in the mainstream fashion industry. Testino's goal with The Beautiful World is to challenge globalized beauty standards and celebrate the individuality of identity, costume, and tradition. Like Alta Moda, the series raises thoughtful questions about cultural visibility and representation, but this time on an even broader international scale. It reflects his continued commitment to cultural storytelling, as well as his evolving role not just as a fashion photographer, but as a documentarian of beauty around the globe. A Beautiful World shows that Testino is still expanding the boundaries of fashion photography and how it intersects with anthropology, history, and global connection. Mario Testino's career illustrates the power of fashion photography as a global language. From his early days in London to his royal portraits, his commercial campaigns, and his return to Peruvian roots, his work reflects a nuanced understanding of identity, beauty, and cultural storytelling. His images transcend style. They influence how we see people, culture, and fashion. Testino's legacy is multifaceted. He is both a commercial giant and a cultural bridge builder. His photography doesn't just sell fashion. It tells stories, challenges norms, and invites viewers into a world where elegance meets authenticity. He is, without a doubt, one of the most influential photographers of our time.